What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Superior Podcast. Now, I'm somewhere a little different. It's pretty well known, and I'm with a pretty well known bloke. So we are at the Springs 4x4 Park with the man himself, Mr. Lucas Bree. Thanks for having us out, mate.
No, good to have you here, man. Thanks for coming.
No, thanks for having us. It's been good. We also got to deliver the GQ back. We've been doing a lot of filming and working on that.
Yep.
But how's everything travelling down here, mate?
No, it's awesome, man. The weather's been cold because it's obviously winter. We missed the snow by 20 k's down the road. Dalveen, it snowed. So,
wow, right. So just missed it.
Just missed it. But no, man, it's been going really, really well. We've got some cool events coming up.
Yep.
Just living the dream at the full drive park.
No, perfect. Yeah, and that's when did it come to you in life? This is something I've always wondered when you purchased this place. Is what led you to be like, right, I'm buying a full drive park?
Oh, look, I've always wanted to do something like this from the early days of Cruiser.
Yeah, okay.
Because obviously, we all know Cruiser Park, and we all miss Cruiser Park.
We do.
But, you know, that's a whole other story. But I always wanted to have my own slice of Cruiser Park that I could make my own. And we seen this property come up for sale. Actually, Michelle did.
Yeah, okay.
So it's all good when the missus
says,
that's it.
Check
this out.
It's time to go.
We're on the couch, and Michelle goes, "Check this out." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, we'd only been here once in our lifetime."
Yeah, okay.
And that was in 2008.
Right. Okay.
And like when Michelle was keen, I was like, "Oh mate, this is the done."
That's easy.
So we sold absolutely everything, and we just invested everything here, and here we are 4 years later.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's definitely been a big turnaround because when Cruiser was open to here, I'd come here wheeling, come here to watch a few full drive comps and that, some older tough track stuff.
Yep.
But it never had that iconicness that Cruiser did, which is what you've built into it. It's become that premier Southeast Queensland wheeling park, as everyone wants to come here. Everyone's seen the millions of videos you post out of here and that sort of thing of cars getting trashed on this hill and all around the place.
Yep.
It's definitely turned around. Obviously, you in life, it's not all fun and games for you here though. There's a lot of work goes in behind the scenes.
Yeah, mate. And that's what everyone says to me. Oh, you're living the dream, but it's the same as any job. Like you can be, I'm sure that even what you do for Superior.
Yeah,
there's
definitely.
Stuff that you do and you're just like, you really hate on it.
Yeah, that's it. It's just work.
And there's stuff here that I really hate on. I mean, cleaning the facilities, who loves scrubbing dunnies?
No one.
Not me. But, I mean, I get away with it nowadays. We get a cleaner in when it's really bad. But, there's jobs here that are really pains.
Yep.
But there's parts of this that's unreal.
Definitely. And how much work went into it? Like when you took over, was there more like going back, cutting the roads back better and that sort of thing that took a lot of your time?
There was, yeah. We hired bulldozers, I think 3 different occasions.
Yep.
And we had them here for, I can't remember now, like basically a month each time.
Yep.
We bulldozed all Main Street. We've done, the dozer's been all over this property. So some of the tracks we rehashed, they'd been lost. Like a perfect example of that is 2 that I can remember off the top of my head. One being Cruiser Climb, which goes up to the top of Love Hill.
Okay, yep.
And the other one's Rocky Hollow. We went in there with the map that's been as part of this park for a long, long time.
Yeah, yep.
And we're like, there is meant to be a track here somewhere. And it was just completely, and I mean like just a wall of lantana.
Yeah,
right. You could see like hints of tracks where it was all overgrown and there was a lot of that across the park. But Tyler and I, and we had a mate of ours, Cohen, come and give us a hand. Yep. And we were on head streamers like ninjas, just chopping all the lantana out. And we end up, with tunnels through the lantana to get these tracks open. And just over time, we've gone in with poison and everything else. But yeah, mate, when we started, there was a bucket ton of work to go into the park to get it to what it is today.
100%. Like that's the thing. Like since I've once you took over and we've been coming out here for events, like I've even seen it evolving, and like there was a heap of dirt cut in on one of the campsites back at the top of the hill there. There's been heaps of work, and then a lot of tracks around here have just sort of got their iconic name that sort of beforehand never did. Like everyone sort of remembers Beercock Hill. It was sort of the thing that was brought into the park to, I guess, help control a bit of the riffraff in the early days.
Yep.
But then like we've got Tread Hills just over here, hardcore climbs just there.
Yep.
There's plenty of stuff that goes on around that's got plenty of eyes on it around the world at the moment.
Yeah. So Beercock Hill, like obviously It's probably, if it's not the most famous track in the country,
Yeah.
it's potentially one of the most famous tracks on the planet at the moment. Like, because like in the last 90 days, I was only having a look at the Team Bree page there. I think it was Tuesday. 90 days, we reached 25 million people.
Wow.
With our channel. So obviously that's Beer O'Clock Hill and, you know, hardcore climb and all the rest of it. But the beauty with Beer O'Clock Hill being at 4 o'clock, it pulls the whole park together. So
exactly.
At 4 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon, everyone comes together. You know, there's a bit of camaraderie, there's a few beers and all the rest of it, while the guys that want to drive it have a go. So obviously you've got to be sober to drive it. But it's Beer O'Clock, it's 4 o'clock, and those that don't want to, they just want to watch, they sit there, have a beer, point, laugh, have a yarn, talk about the trails and tracks and things that they've done, breakages, you know, whatever it may be, over the course of their visit. And it's just a really good community get together every Saturday. So
100%. It's very different to things that happened in the past at Cruiser, where we saw everyone come together for the camp road parties. And it was
they were loose sometimes,
just a nightmare. Like, and you could see why the owners of Cruiser Park and that back then, they kind of got the shits on, because it was like a lot of people said it was, oh, we're going to Triple S Winch Challenge. Those people didn't go to watch the Winch Challenge. It had nothing to do with that event that brought it the craziness to Camp Road and like doing burnouts. Like I always said through that time, and don't get me wrong, if you want to do burnouts and have fun, like makes no difference to my life. Just do it and be safe. But it definitely weighed a lot on the event organisers, and I think I don't know, I've never spoken to them about this at all, but knowing that, hey, we're hosting an event and it's going all over social media that this redneckery is going on, and I definitely think that was part of the reason, and I know that for a fact. I know people that have spoken to the new owners of Cruiser Park. The videos that came out of that are part of the reason Cruiser Park, the new owners of it, said we're never opening it full drives. They just said we do not want to deal with that craziness. They run other massive businesses, and they just said we don't want that on our plate. That has nothing to do with us. We want to run it as our cattle farm, and unfortunately, that did ruin that sort of things. But I think it's amazing here that everyone comes together and goes like, all right, if you want to get into a bit of trouble, there's a hill for it. And you can't, on a hill like this, you can't act stupid, in my opinion. It can go pear-shaped pretty quickly. You've seen it in the past with old Violet Rumble or Crumble or whatever it was.
Violent Rumble.
Yes, yeah.
But it looks like Violet Crumble.
It
ironically.
It got pretty hectic there with that. And I left 2 minutes before that happening.
You missed it?
I was sitting up there. I was sitting up there filming, and we left and went to Love Hill to film something and came back. And we were confused when we pulled out the front. I was sort of like, why is there a car here with the hazards on? Like, it's Saturday Arvo. Like, surely people know where to pull up for the springs, but it was for the ambulance to come and get the guys. But so you kind of you do have to respect the hill that's 50 degrees. You can't just drive up there and say, I can do whatever I want on this, because it can go pear-shaped pretty quick.
Yeah, absolutely. And it does. Someone asked me the other day, they go, how much do you reckon that hill has cost, like in damages? And it'd have to be over $500,000. It'd be like, if it's not close to $1 million, I'd be surprised, because there's been cars that have done diffs, CVs, axles, tail shafts, gearboxes, panels. We've had rollovers, you know. So, you know, it's just ching, 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 like so. And I think people that watch it, they need to understand all those breakages, because they're all over social media. You can see it. It's not hidden. It's not like, oh, no, you'll be fine.
Yeah,
you know, and then all of a sudden you broke it. Like, you know that there's a potential of damage in the car. But if you don't respect the hill, you don't respect your car, chances are it's going to go custard, and you're going to have to put your hand in your pocket. Yeah,
exactly. And it's good, like, when you're here as well. You check. It's not just a free-for-all on the hill. No. It's you're here to check, like, hey, are you sober? Seatbelts on? Are you sure? And as soon as people say yes,
that's right.
Do as you will. And if it costs you money, that's on you. That's, in my opinion, that's part of the game. It's the game we all play with forward driving. There's always that point of going like, I can do that. And then you go like, now I've got to go home and fix that.
That's right.
Whether it's you paying someone to fix it or fixing it yourself, either way, it's going to be hard work.
100%.
But that's part of full driving, and that's the beauty of full drive parks. You can come, and even if it breaks, just go back to camp, sit down by the fire, and still enjoy yourself doing something relaxing.
Yep.
Don't have to fret about the car being broken, unless it's obviously completely totaled.
Diabolical.
Yeah, yeah. Then it's definitely something to worry about.
Yeah. So I'll tell you, I'll give you a couple of examples, right? So Violent Rumble is now Violent Crumble because it's dead. But there was another car that came in here, and this is just a message to dip water. Check how deep the puddles are.
Yep.
Because there's a puddle in this park that when you go in it, it is literally over the top of the mirrors on Battle Axe. Like it is deep.
Yep.
And this gentleman turned up here. I'm pretty sure it was a Ford Ranger. It was a little while ago. Brand spanking Ford Ranger. And as far as Ford Rangers go, this thing looked pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know, I don't love Ford Rangers. But anyway, he had everything. Like the catalogue of every manufacturer on this car. Like it would have been a $200,000 Ford Ranger. Easy.
Yeah, right. Yep.
Electronics under the seats.
Oh, yeah, they're full of them now.
He's gone in that puddle. Only had like 3,000 Ks or something. It was brand new.
Oh.
So he's gone into this puddle, sunk it down to the mirrors, filled up the car. His mates have pulled it out. He's pulled up here, dried it out as best he could. And he goes, you know what? I'm going home to his mates. And he came out the front, seen me to air up his tyres.
Yep.
And he's there talking to me going, oh, I've drowned my car and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, that's nuts, man. Sorry to hear that, but, you know, lesson learned.
Yep.
And while I'm standing there talking to him, this Ford Ranger, the lights started glitching and carrying on, and the windows are starting to go up and down, and like all the electronics are just gone.
Yep.
We're done.
Yeah, had enough.
So, you know, there's you can come here in a full comp car like Violent Rumble.
Yep.
You can come here in a fully tour setup, good Ford Ranger, and you can have the time of your life and leave here unscathed.
Yep.
Or you can have no mechanical sympathy, do what these guys done, and absolutely destroy your rig. So I think a lot of people watch the YouTube channels and the Facebook channels and that we have, like Team Off-Road and stuff, and they're like, oh, I'm not going there, it's too hardcore. But that's the stuff that people want to see. Like, there's so much more here to see, like our lookouts, and you can bring a stock standard 250 Prado here and travel the park and see some cool stuff and watch some lunatics do some crazy stuff, have a good time, camp, feed, have a few beers, go home.
Exactly right.
So,
you don't have to do any of the crazy stuff. No. And that's always been a thing as well. You see people going like, oh, I want to go out to, say, Glasshouse, and what's going to happen? What things do I need? It's like, well, you can go out to Glasshouse and drive dirt road. Like I went out there the other weekend doing some bit of GPS practice for heading down to Cliffhanger in a few weeks with the missus. And I just put the missus, same thing, bog stock Ford Ranger. So you drive, I'm playing with the GPS. And she just drove around. It's got a bit of a splash of mud on it. She hit one rock and that was it. Drove home and she's been driving it to work ever since. So like you can go and do those things. You don't have to worry about trashing your car. You forget, just like that, test the puddle sometimes. Don't just drive into there. Or maybe if you look at something and go like, get out and go for a walk.
Yeah,
it's super simple to just get out and go for a walk and have a quick look.
100%.
All of us do it on the most hardcore tracks out there. You can have the most set up vehicle out there. Sometimes it's good to walk up and go like, oh, yeah, if I drive over that, it's going to end pear-shaped, or if I just go that way a little bit, it's going to be fine. It's just it's what we all do. It's part of the fun of full driving.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, throw a few rocks in holes and drive over things.
Yeah.
So it makes life a lot easier and a lot less damaging.
You can leave with a smile on your face.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, and that's what I like coming to the events as well. Like when you've had some big events here, like you've got the hardcore weekend, the breast cancer weekend, Camp Fest was a new one, motorculture. They've all been some big events. It's super fun to come out where everyone's in a good mood. What's been your sort of favourite one? My
favourite one, geez, they've all got their little niche, but I reckon the breast cancer event is probably my favourite because it's a good message.
Yes,
like we're raising funds for an awesome cause.
Yep.
And it's very, very family orientated. Like everyone's here. There's no rat bags. Like it's just everyone's here for a really good time. Everyone gets along. You know, and it's just a really, really awesome atmosphere.
Yep.
And we are packed. Like we've got food vans, we've got jumping castles for the kids, BMX is doing backflips and all that nonsense. You know, like so it's a good variety of entertainment and it's just a family vibe. So that's probably my favourite.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. That is anyone you can host an event and spread a good message like that is always going to be a good thing. It's a great people drawer. And it helps, you know, make sure people know that you're looking after them that are going through horrible things. Like breast cancer is the worst. Yeah, any form of cancer is horrible. But yeah, it's always good to spread those good messages. But it's the same thing when you say the other events as well, like motorculture. they have DJs and that sort of thing. But I've never, like in my experience of coming to both of those events, I haven't seen any rat bags. You may have seen different things, but everyone's just having fun. Like it's always so much fun. Beer o'clock in the Arvo pops off. Everyone's had a fair few beers in that event every time I've been here. So beer o'clock's been pretty rowdy to see some people take. I think that when we were here the first time, my old mate drove up there in a bog stock Pajero, like perfectly straight off the showroom floor Pajero, and that's the sort of thing. I think all those events are awesome fun to come out to.
Yeah.
Same with Hardcore. We came out when they named Hardcore Hill and had a bit of fun up that, and it's super fun coming to the events out here. I love it.
Yeah, I think like just touching on rat bag behaviour. When I first started in the park, I think it was 4 years ago. No good at maths, but I think it was February 22. I think we opened, and our very, very first weekend, I kicked 3 guys out that weekend.
Yeah.
Just for doing dumb stuff. And it was next level. Like, it was similar stuff to Camp Road behaviour. And I'm pretty sure that that's where these guys cut their teeth, And I just said, life ban, mate. Don't ever come back. Like, the rules. You broke the rules. See you later. Like, if you can't respect my guests, my park, or myself. And this is, at the end of the day, this is my home. This is my backyard.
Right. Yeah.
So if you can't, you know what the rules are. If you can't follow them, on your bike, get out. And I think that has set a precedence, because over the last 4 years, I don't know about other parks, but I've 100% seen a swing in behaviour in my four-wheel drive park. Like, people don't come here and do dumb stuff because they know that I'm on it.
Yeah, exactly right.
I'm behind every tree in this park. I'm hiding everywhere. You never know where I am. But that being said, like I've said to guys before, if you want to do some burnouts on a hill or, whatever, I'm down. Let's go and hit some gnarly tracks, and test out the cars and do some crazy stuff. Like, if that's what you want to do, I'm in. But just not in the campgrounds. Like, do it in an appropriate place at appropriate time, with the right gear, seatbelts on, like all that stuff. But yeah, I'm like, the way I look at it is I'm just one of the lads, like, I mean, I got a fat truck that Battle Axe is a bit pretty at the moment, but Battle Axe has done some pretty nuts stuff around the park, and even like Big Red and all that sort of stuff. So I get amongst it. So it's not like I don't want to have fun and I'm a party pooper and party police or whatever. Just do it at the right place at the right time.
Right. Like, you've got the Gymkhana track that's
100%.
way out the back, away from anyone, and everyone knows, there's a Gymkhana track. If I'm not going to go and take my family on there, because if there's silly stuff going on. But that's the thing, you've got to. You sometimes do, like Cruiser Park had the pig pen, and in the early days of Cruiser, that was where people went to do the stupid stuff. Obviously, that changed and went to Camp Road. But sometimes you have to let people have that release, but they've got to also understand there's a respect level that comes to and doing it in the right place. And that's the thing that I've definitely seen it across. I haven't seen any posts from you saying like, nah, I'm done with, I've banned the people this weekend, they were stupid. I think it's just everyone's come here and respects you and the park, which is an awesome thing just for the four-wheel drive industry as a whole, is to be able to show respect to who owns the place.
No, I agree. And I don't know, I just hope that I've had a positive impact on the whole community as far as wheeling and looking after, even places like national parks, state forests, and, just take your rubbish with you, all that sort of stuff. And I feel like it has. This park has had an impact on the whole community to wheel better and wheel safer and wheel well. So it's a credit to my whole team here, for what we've created. And love it. Absolutely love it.
That's the best thing. And that's a great way to look at it as well, is hoping that you've had that positive impact, because having a positive face of promoting of like, look after tracks, look after everything, is one of the best things we can have for the four-wheel drive industry, because we are losing it. It's we've spoken about it before on the podcast, and that the government are taking tracks and closing tracks. Like, we've lost, even though this is private land, like Glasshouse where Big Red and Little Red got bulldozed, that is on privately leased land. And that was the business that leases that, is the ones who bulldoze that. We've lost that. And that was probably two of Queensland's most iconic tracks.
100% it was.
And they've been there for 30 plus years. And now they're gone. And unfortunately, the government looks at things like that and goes like, oh, well, that's a good thing, because there's no more stupidity happening in that area. not everything that happened in that area was stupidity.
No.
It was, everyone's going out there with set up cars, set up everything with the right knowledge to go and have a crack at those hills. And unfortunately, we don't have that anymore. So keeping places like this open and other full drive parks and making sure that the government-owned land or leased land, anything like that, is looked after the best we can, saves us from losing it, because we all love the bush.
100%.
None of this comes from, if you're going out to wreck the bush, it's clear that you're not a true full driver that loves getting into the outdoors. You're just someone that wants to be an idiot, whether it's in a Commodore, in a cul-de-sac somewhere, or in a patrol or whatever car on a dirt road. You just wanted to do that. And it's all the dumping and that sort of thing that happens in places. The government are like, oh, we're going to close it because all the dumping. It's not a full driver that's done that. You can't close it to the full drivers because some scumbag's gone out and dumped his couch in the bush.
Which is dumb. Like, you can go to the tip.
Exactly right. It's free.
And it's free.
Yeah.
Like, why would you do that?
Exactly right. Like, yeah,
it takes a special kind of someone, doesn't it?
It's exactly right. Like, it's stupid. It's like, it was one of the things the other day where you say you go into the dump. They dump something like 5,000 vape boxes at Glasshouse somewhere. And the post went pretty viral. So like, who's done this? And it's just like, at that time, vapes were illegal. I don't know the story. I don't smoke or anything like that, so I have no idea what the story behind that. But that's clearly an illegal business. It's done that. But because it's been dumped in a full drive area, that reflects bad on full drivers.
They blame
it's got
us.
absolutely nothing to do with us. And that is like the worst thing that can happen to us. And it's, I just hope everyone can show respect to the bush that we need to make sure all of these places stay open, because there's so much of Australia that you need a full drive to see. And if we close that, Australia loses tourism big time.
Yeah. Well, I think, I can't remember the number now, but I think it was like a 12 or $14 billion industry, the full drive accessory market, right?
Wow, yeah.
So it's a massive number.
Market.
And it's in the government's and everyone else's best interest to keep going with that, because obviously they get a kickback out of $14 billion or whatever the number is.
Exactly.
But it's up there. So they don't particularly want to close it all down, but the stupid behaviour and the dumping and all that sort of stuff is going to just keep happening if we don't make a change.
Exactly right. Yep.
And I think, like, throw stones at me or whatever, but I think it's up to us as a like, obviously I love off-road. It's up to us. Like, if you come across, like, just say a beer can or whatever, just pick it up, chuck it in your ute and take it with you. Like, the clown before you chucked it out, or it's fallen out of the back of his tray or whatever. But it takes nothing. Just chuck it in the back of your ute, take it with you. And if you see, call people out. Like, I do it all the time here. If I see something, like someone hasn't got a seatbelt on, like, you don't have to be a pig about it. Say, hey, mate, chuck your belt on, because if something happens, he gets thrown out of the car, well, then people are going to go and gets injured or worse. They're going to close the track down. They're going to go, the track's too dangerous. This guy's just lost his life. Well, if he had his seatbelt on, he'd probably be okay. You know? So I'm a big advocate of that because of my face. I've learned a valuable lesson there on my own property, but it's just little things like that. I think if we can make a change for the better and get that message out to you guys, well, it'll help us.
Yeah, definitely.
Not get gates and lock us out of these places.
Yeah, exactly right. Because literally some of the best locations you can view in Australia are through full drive.
I'm in one of these.
Yeah, it's exactly right. Like look at the Cape and that sort of thing. Like, there's some beautiful parts of Australia. And it's not just in North Queensland. Like, every state has beautiful areas you can go and see in a full drive. And you're not going to get to view it any other way. So us looking after those areas is the best thing we can do.
100%. Speaking
of other places of wheeling, you've obviously done a fair amount of wheeling here. What's your favourite place outside of the park to go wheeling?
Oh, good question. I would have to say Coffs.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I love Coffs. Like, it used to be Glassy and Big Red and all that sort of stuff, but it's sort of all changed now. But Coffs Harbour, like Currumbin, whatever the place is, but all that area.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
like
I've
Commando,
never been
Koala, all that. Like, man, we are taking Battle Axe down there, and we haven't named this one yet, so we've got to come up with a name of this. But we're going to take these vehicles down there and do some hardcore wheeling down there, because there's some really tough stuff.
Yeah, that's what I've seen. Plenty of videos and that coming out of there, and there's some seriously tough wheeling in Coffs. I definitely like to get down there. My car's, I can't, because it's a comp truck and it's not exactly registerable. But yeah, like there's some awesome areas in
Yeah.
that sort of place.
So
There's-
nah, Coffs is probably one of my favourites.
Yeah, I was watching a lot of videos from a few of the guys down in Victoria as well. There's some gnarly looking fun tracks in Victoria.
It's all high, like steep stuff in.
Yeah,
from what I know.
yeah.
Yeah.
There is a bit of other stuff. I can't remember any of the track. I think it's in the Nuji area, I believe it's called. There is some wild tracks that just look super fun. All about the rev limiter, big tyres.
Yeah.
And that's the crazy thing I've noticed about Victorian wheeling is everyone's running 37-inch tyres. Everyone's running a twin motor high mount or at minimum a single motor on 24 volt.
Yep.
Because they need it. Like it's so different. Like wheeling in Queensland, we have a lot of rock. Like there's a lot of rock-based stuff.
Yep.
Victoria, it's wet year round. So
Yeah.
there's so much, like you're driving the cars so much harder down there. It's definitely somewhere I would love to go do some wheeling down there.
Yep.
I think it'll be absolutely awesome.
Yeah, for sure. You know, I haven't even been to the Cape, so
Either. We
there you go.
did a big family trip up there, but went to the Gulf instead. We
Yep.
went to the Gulf Carpentaria and stayed there fishing. But yeah, never been to the Cape. Love to do the Cape.
Yeah.
I'd love to do one of the side-by-side tours. I think.
Oh, yeah,
that would
that'd
be
be sick.
so much fun.
because they do Can-Ams and stuff too, don't they? out
Yeah.
there?
So they do. I think you've got to have your recreational registration
Yeah.
on it, which is that's what your rec regio is based on. Is your side-by-sides, Can-Ams,
Yep.
Polaris, and that. Yeah, I'd love to do that. Some fishing
Sign
out of
me
a
up.
Can-Am or something would be freaking awesome.
Yeah, sign me up for that.
Yeah, that'd be. I would like to get a Can-Am at some time. I'd never be able to afford one. Maybe if I sell my race car or something like that whenever it's built.
Yep.
But yeah, I think a Can-Am for that sort of thing. You can go and sign up for those tours and yeah, go Can-Am fishing would be pretty cool. And a race car and be pretty
100%.
cool up there.
Yeah.
But I guess we've checked out what's going on. We've done a bit of wheeling. What's really the next plans for the park? What's happening with the springs into the future?
Well, mate. I don't know. It's I don't know when this is going to come out. But what day are we today? Is it Wednesday?
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not payday yet. Wednesday's payday. Always know when Wednesday is.
And it should go up this Wednesday. By the way. So yeah, here we are Tuesday. So this afternoon at 6 o'clock, which this is obviously going to come out, so you guys will already know this, but the park is going on the market.
Right.
We're gonna sell the park.
Right. Okay. That's yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know how that's gone between today and when this gets aired,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
hopefully you all still love me. I don't know. But yeah, look, it's. I wasn't going to say anything in this podcast, but yeah, I thought, yeah. But why are we doing it? I've got some really, really good opportunities that I want to embark upon, which
Okay.
I don't even know. I may have announced that by now.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, so I won't say anything about that yet. But yeah, there's the potential partnerships. I might be doing something myself.
Yep.
I want to do some travel. Want to do some stuff overseas. Like there's just a lot that I want to do, and I can't run this park and do it justice
Yeah. Okay.
while I'm doing other stuff. Like
Yep.
my focus is either here or it's not. Like I don't
Yep.
want to sort of half bake run the park because it'll
Yep.
suffer.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then that'll reflect on me of not doing a good enough job for the community and for everyone that's watching. Yeah, so I don't know, man. Like it's a huge thing.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, and the very limited number of people that know right now, so Tuesday before 6 o'clock, before it gets announced, they've all offered me support, and they're all backing me for whatever it is that I may be doing and want to do. And obviously it'll be with these cars.
Yep.
Like, this one's just been finished by
Yeah,
you guys.
yeah.
So yeah, these cars will be part of that filming process and part of that journey. And but mate, the park has so much more potential. Like this is sort of an insight to the park. So the park's DA approved for full drives. Obviously,
Yep.
it's DA approved for motorbikes, so you can run motorbikes here as well.
Yep.
We're DA approved for paintball, so if you want to run paintball. We've just expanded by 1,000 acres, or just under 1,000 acres out the back.
Yep.
So there's potential there to clear it and do more tracks and put in bigger gymkhana tracks and race tracks, and whatever. The possibilities are absolutely endless.
Yep.
Obviously, Bearclock Hills something pretty cool to have in your stable. For whoever comes here.
Yep.
But yeah, and I'll still be a massive part of this park moving forward. Like, I think it's now in my DNA. Like, what's the Springs 4 Drive Park without me, banging on and doing my videos and all that stuff. So hopefully I can still be part of that. And who knows, it might not even sell. I might be here for the next 5 years. I don't know. I can't answer any of those questions. But obviously it's been a bit of time between this and when I announced it, so who knows? It may already be sold. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. And that's obviously not a decision you've made lightly. It wasn't like, all right, see ya. Like, it was. It's definitely. I assume there's been some late nights lying in bed and wondering like, damn, am I going to do it? Am I not? Yeah.
So it's sort of, it was a blip, and I mean like just a tiny little blip on the radar. November last year.
Okay. Yep.
And that's why where Team Bree spawned from, because I'm like, if I'm going to do something, which there wasn't a plan at that point.
Yep.
But if I'm going to do something and I leave the Springs, who am I? What's my identity? I don't have one.
Yeah.
So that's why I started the Team Bree off-road journey.
Yep.
Just so when I do go, the Springs brand and, everything to do with the Springs will stay here, and the Springs will do its own thing.
Yep.
It supports itself now. It's an iconic park. And I'll have a brand that I can carry with me. So that's where Team Bree come off.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, that's where the thought process was a blip on the radar and it started. But over the last probably, I don't know, 2 months, maybe not even that long, 3 months, it's really started to get some traction and some opportunities have come up. And yeah, I can feel my focus starting to drift away from the park.
Yep.
And I don't want to do that. Like, the park needs to keep doing what it's doing. Like, for example, September, October this year, every single weekend is booked out with events.
Yeah.
So we've got Driving the Blues in the Dirt, Motorculture, Breast Cancer Weekend, Unimog Weekend, like, just to name a few. Like,
weather's perfect.
Yeah. Yeah. But so, the park's firing on all cylinders. Like, and I just don't want to let the community down.
Yep.
And the park down. So, and I think it's time for me just to embark on a new journey, and I hope that everybody follows me on that and loves what the next chapter is going to be.
It's good. We're excited to see what happens. Obviously, you've built a big name for yourself within the industry and the park and that sort of thing, because obviously it started out as you owned a 4-drive park, but now you're going to 4-drive shows around the country and doing all sorts of different stuff.
Yeah.
Which I can totally see your mentality of saying, I can't just leave the park and do all that stuff. Like, you never can, because one thing, if say you get on a filming project and someone's trying to ring you saying, I want to book an event, you just keep going.
Yeah.
And then they go, oh no, we're going to go to this park, sorry, because you never called me back. It's like, oh, sorry, I was in the middle of the desert. And there's so many different things that can play it. So I can definitely see the mentality of how you're wanting to focus on one thing to help both flourish, essentially.
Yeah, 100%. So, yeah. And it's, look, the park's in my DNA, like I say, and I really want it to keep thriving. Like I said, I love the place, and I just don't want it to suffer.
Yep.
And I think it will suffer if I don't focus.
Yeah, exactly.
So, man, this is awesome for someone that wants a lifestyle of off-road, the bush, just this is the perfect lifestyle.
Yeah.
So someone will buy it. It just needs someone to come up with the folding stuff, mate, and they can buy the dream. Yeah,
that's exactly right. So someone out there's listening and you're heavily wedged, give Lucas a ring.
Yeah. That's if it's still available. It might already be gone.
Exactly. But it could get snapped up nice and quick.
Yeah.
And as well, we can only pray that someone does buy it that wants to transform it into, or not transform it, sorry, keep it as a 4-drive park rather than transform it into a cattle property again and have the 4-drive community suffer.
Yep.
But yeah, and that's the thing as well, like if someone's looking to buy it, it's not like you're just going to hang the phone up and be like, your problem now. It's You're definitely going to be able to be like, hey, yeah, I can take calls, I'm doing this, and then give me a call in a few weeks or whatever, and we can have a
100%.
chat of what you're planning to do and that sort of thing. There's lots of things that I don't ever see it as you. I don't think it'd be built into you to just
walk away,
close the gate and say, not my problem anymore.
No, and look, next year, with this new venture and stuff that I'm looking into, I will dead set be keen to run at least one a year, an event here at the park.
Yeah, right. Yep.
Come to the Springs 4x4 Park.
Yep.
With Lucas. That's blah blah blah, and the crew, and we'll put on some music, some food, and just have a
even do some of the twilight runs you've done here and that sort of thing.
That's right.
And exactly.
Yeah. So there's one of them at the end of the year. Like even if I sell it, the new people or whatever, like I'll be pushing. We're going to run a twilight run, so I still want to do all that stuff. It's not exactly what you say. I'm not just going to close the gates and walk away. Like there's still stuff I need to do.
Exactly right. And that's the thing. Like in my opinion, for like an owner coming in, that's a massive thing that you're doing is helping, because it's not exactly. They're not going to be paying you for the entry fee to come wheeling with you. No. Like that's again just go straight back into the park and that sort of thing. So
100%.
Yeah, that's the great way to, and that's what I think is another great thing about the events that come here is, yes, like whoever it is, motorculture and that, putting on DJs and that sort of thing. And yes, that weekend might attract a whole bunch of young people, and the families may not be too keen on it, but there's other events. And that's what I think has helped you get to where you are with being able to go into this new venture is working with a lot of amazing businesses around to help, and they've all wanted, like we have wanted to work with you because it's good for both of us. It's not just a...
thanks, mate. Appreciate that.
No, it's a great thing for us as a business to be able to help people come here. They see these cars out wheeling and be like, oh, I want my car like that, and that sort of thing. And it's really good, and it's great to be able to, for us to be able to come out here and do things like this and come and waste a day of your time driving around wheeling. But yeah, no, it's I think it's been good, and looking forward to seeing where the journey takes you, mate.
Yeah, thank you. No, I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm saddened and I'm excited all at the same time.
Yeah, it would be. It'd be sort of one of those hard pills to swallow, but it's a pill you need to swallow sort of thing. Yeah.
So, but no, it's stick around if you don't know more yet, it's coming. So stick around.
Yep. And there's obviously the family and everything die hard keen for you to help push into this new venture and that sort of thing.
Yep, absolutely. So Tyler has a baby. He's the new baby's name's Hunter. So he's born November.
Yep.
So Tyler's going to focus on that and be a dad. And like he'll probably, I don't know, Tyler will be looking for a good job somewhere. You've seen him. So Tyler's going to find a job probably around the Gold Coast area somewhere there.
Yep.
And just focus on being a dad.
Yep.
For 12 months or so.
Yeah. Yep.
And I'm going to be a pop. Oh my goodness. So there'll be a bit of that stuff going on, but maybe after he's done that for a year, he might focus on the show as well.
Yep.
Hunter might even be part of the show. Who knows?
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, so the family's 100% behind it, mate. They have got a much broader understanding of what's happening and
of course, yeah.
than we're sharing with you guys right now. But they're super excited and super pumped, and they're looking forward to the journey as well. Yeah,
it's definitely very keen to see it, because let's talk a bit about the park and what people are maybe potentially buying, because the 1,000 acres, there's not been too much of that scene, has there? It's been more of the racing that's been out there, hasn't there?
Yeah. So we bought the 1,000 acres before any of this stuff was even a blip on the radar. With the mindset of clearing a big area out there and potentially running a full drive expo.
Okay, yep.
So there's some areas out there that we could, it's like they're 15, 20, 30 acre areas that are flattish, and you can make them massive camp areas.
Yep.
We were talking about putting up a stadium, so people can come undercover and do corporate events and corporate facilities and all that sort of stuff. There's half a dozen tracks out there at the moment. Some race tracks, obviously. It's pretty tight. It needs some more dozer work out there. And it'd be awesome.
Yep.
But yeah, look, there's there's a whole stack of potential out there. There's a beautiful lookout out there.
Yep.
All the fencing's nearly complete. Like we've just re-fenced the whole lot in conjunction with our neighbours and stuff.
Yep.
So it's coming along nice. It's coming along nice. But there's so much potential, and I think it's a good point for someone to come in that's got a passion to do their own spin on that 1,000 acres.
Yeah.
You know, because it's sort of a blank canvas. Like there's a few tracks and stuff there, but there's a bit of a blank canvas there, and they can come in, and if they want to put in an expo site and start doing something like that, they can. If they want to put in a motocross track, they can do that. Like, it wasn't really my cup of tea, the motocross thing. That's but there's so much potential.
Yeah. Oh, that's 1,000 acres of untouched property. There's a lot of fun can be had. There's a lot of fun can be had just building things out there. If you're mad keen into dozers and you love the earthworks, there's a lot of fun that can be had out there.
100%.
Because that's what I thought it was sort of had been used more for like Ultra 4 and that sort of thing. And has there been winch challenges out there?
Yeah. Triple S winch challenge been out there. There's a good gully there. There's a rock section in there. I actually took Sterlo, who runs Triple S, through there. Well, we were in there with a bloody Land Cruiser that broke a steering knuckle off his tie rod end.
Standard Toyota stuff.
Yeah, but he busted his car, and Sterlo was bringing us out apart. And he goes, "Where are you?" Because he was setting out the tracks for the next Triple S event. He goes, "Whereabouts are you?" And I took a screenshot of the map of where I was and just text that to him.
Yep.
So all he had was that to sort of look at his map and cross-reference it to find us. And he had to climb down this gorge that's just boulders. Like it's like the ultimate rock crawl area. Needs cleaning up and some trees and stuff move out of the way. But Sterlo said to me, he said, there is no way a car is going up that section.
Yeah.
So, because he's like, it's bloody...
Yeah.
He
knows a fair bit about wheeling, old Sterlo.
Yeah, he does.
He's pretty onto it.
So, so he clumbered down all that, and then he had to winch Kai Underhill with the GQ.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So Kai, that was a while ago, but yeah, him and Kai and another guy were winching straight up this thing, and I think there was about 6 full line pulls they did to get this Kai's GQ up this. Winch it, anchor it, to get it out. And we got this other cruiser that was broken out the other way and reversed him back out and stuff. But so the diversity in that 1,000 acres is nuts.
Yeah,
like there's gullies for Triple S, there's Ultra 4 racing opportunities, there's full rock crawler, just absolutely ridiculous stuff out there. Yep. There's views for families just to travel out there, and you can take a brand new Prado out there.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's awesome.
There's dams out there. Fencing's good. Well, most of it. We haven't quite finished yet, but yeah, there's so much opportunity.
Yeah. Oh, there is. And a lot of people don't understand. Like, people think they reference cruise, and I don't know the genuine figures on cruise, but I think cruise was about 6,000 acres. And then people hear that like, oh, it's only 1,700. When you get up to the top of Love Hill, and then you realise how far away Bald Knob is, you realise, and that's still within the first 700.
That's right.
There's a damn lot of land in this park. Like, it is, there is, like, I remember I was standing up on Love Hill and I went, oh, that's pretty cool. The property next door's got some pretty gnarly tracks up there. And someone was like, no, that's just Bald Knob. I was like, oh. I was like, looked at the map, I was just like, that's that far away. And they're like, yeah. I'm like, oh, I didn't realise it was, still within the original part of the park. Like, there's some serious land here. There is, millions of opportunities that can happen within this place. It's,
So the front section, 727 acres, is the original park.
Yep.
It has, if you hit every track once, it has somewhere between 80 and 100 kilometres of tracks.
Right, okay, yep.
In 727. So you've got another 1,000.
Yeah,
so,
exactly, yeah.
You know, the amount of tracks you can put in there is phenomenal.
Oh, yeah, unlimited, you could. And that's the thing, it's still here. Like, obviously, there's limits on cutting tracks down before you just have a rabbit warren that you've designed for yourself of tracks cutting everywhere.
Yeah.
But you can cut so many tracks into just this place, let alone adding the 1,000 on. Like, there's so much that can be done.
Yeah, there is. Absolutely there is.
And nothing that can outdo the battle axe is the talk.
Yeah, that's right. I don't want to scratch it at the moment. It's too pretty. Yeah. But no, it's there's heaps and heaps of opportunities. But yeah, no, battle axe has been pretty much over the whole property a number of times.
Yeah, yep.
There's no, which it's really sad, but there's no videos or photos or proof or anything like that, which is controversial in Battle Axe Gorge of Battle Axe.
Yeah, okay, right.
So
I've
I've got no footage of anything in there. We've got a bit of stuff from Sledgehammer ages and ages ago, but I don't know if I'd take it up
Yeah, too scared
Battle
to
Axe
scratch
Gorge
it now.
now. Like it's pretty rugged in there.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty gnarly
rugged.
little track.
Maybe I'll do some touring stuff and other stuff with it first.
Yep.
And when it gets a few bumps and scrapes, we'll come back to the park and we'll do an event.
Yep.
Battle Axe up Battle Axe Gorge.
Yep. So you even on those twilight night runs, you haven't taken it through there?
No, on the twilight ones, I generally drive the buggy to the end of the track of Battle Axe.
Yep.
And I'll walk to the start.
Yep.
And I walk with the cars and film it and make sure everyone's got a seatbelt on and all that sort of jazz. And things are happening as safely as they can. So yeah, I don't, and that's, I don't get to do that wheeling. It's
exactly right. Yeah,
running the park.
Running the park, exactly. Yep.
So yeah, no, unfortunately, no.
Oh right, yeah. Have to go up there and put some blue marks on some rock.
Yeah.
Especially with this thing. This thing's more now set up for touring as well. So it's with suspension. You've obviously got a fair bit more to do to this build.
Yep.
But it's a nice driving car. I drove it all the way here from Brisbane, and she's straight as an arrow. I even drove it the other day when we finished building it, because we built it at our filming studio and we filmed a whole bunch of stuff.
Yep.
Drove it back with no steering damper on it, no nothing, and it drove how a car should with no steering damper. Straight as an arrow.
Yeah, right.
It's just, it's perfect. It's kind of the suspension that I really like has gone into this car. When it comes to wheeling for me, I do like that faster side of things. So keeping hybrid arms in it, it's got all the billet hybrids in it and that. It's all super lightweight.
Yep.
This car just handles fantastic. It is such a nice car to drive. And there will be some videos coming out soon, having a bit of a play in the Mickey Thompson test track. Of getting it all flexed out and with no lockers, because the lockers aren't plumbed up yet.
There's no compressor.
Yeah.
But it's still, like, just to touch on this car, it's pretty much, I mean, all of the billet gear and everything from Superior is under there. It's 4-inch lift, and correct me if I'm wrong, 4-inch lift, Offroad Pro kit, full road legal.
Yep.
So Mr. Popo can leave me alone.
Yep.
I'm running 33s on it at the moment. It's going to get a full respray, full interior redone, back to as factory as we can get it. We don't know what we're going to do with the motor yet, whether we TD swap it, TD auto, that'd be cool.
It is cool.
Or if we put a little low mount turbo on the petrol that's under there, because that'll bring it to life.
Yeah, I was going to say, it needs something. It's doughy. That range was just... Come on. When you got Mack trucks that are fully loaded up your ass, it's slow.
Yeah. But I like the 42 petrols, because you don't have the inherent overheating issue that the TDs have when you squeeze the power out of them. So I don't know. I'm on the fence what I do with the motor.
Yep.
But yeah, I can't wait just to have it as an original clean TI GQ. One of the last survivors, I guess.
Yep.
That we haven't butchered. So
it's
still
just keep
pretty
it
much
looking factory.
Yeah, we haven't quarter chopped it and all that stuff. Like it's still a pretty good original GQ.
Yep. No, I'm a GQ man through and through. If I could build them like proper tourer with all the GVM and that, we can't do big GVMs. Like this one will get it up to 3, 4, 6, 5.
Yep.
Which is as high as we can possibly get the GVMs on them. If you could do it with the big 4-ton GVM and all that sort of stuff, ultimate touring rig, I think. GU diffs, nice motor with some power in it. M57s and that, they're definitely
popular.
Yeah, they're cool, and with an 8-speed auto behind it, it'd be amazing.
Oh, that'd be cool, yeah.
But yeah, that'd be my sort of ultimate tourer. Is just a nice, comfy GQ, looks clean. I'm into a bit more of the, I guess you could say, the comp truck style of look. Like I like tube bars and roof sliders and that sort of thing. But yeah, I love GQ. I don't think there's anything better than a GQ.
Well, I'll tell you what, I haven't driven this much, right? Yep. But I've driven this a lot on the road. I drove down to Sydney for the Sydney show, the National 4x4 and Outdoor show. Yep. So I drove it down to that and drove it home. And it's 4-inch 35s, Offroad Pro, 5-link front end, long arm kit. Like it's got all of the gear.
Yep.
And it drives, I reckon, better than that car ever would have out of the factory, ever.
Yeah.
Like it drives absolutely mint. Like it's straight as an arrow.
Yep.
Like what you're saying this is. The corner's awesome. It doesn't buck and weave when you go through roundabouts and things like that. It's not tracking all over the road. Like this is an absolute pleasure to drive down the highway on 35s. It's incredible.
Yeah, that's the best thing, and what we've aimed for with the Offroad Pro kits. Obviously, to get them legal, we have to do 110k an hour lane change tests. We have to do brake tests. Have to do all that stuff. So we have to get them to handle correctly to be able to sign off on it. It's not just slap a 4-inch kit, here's your mod plate, thanks for coming.
It's all good.
Yeah, exactly. Like we have to prove that they handle well, and they really do. Like I drove around this is before I started at Superior, in my GQ with a 4-inch lift, and it was a hodgepodge of parts from all different people. How I bought the car from my old man. I'll blame him for it. And,
good on you, Dad.
Yeah. And it was, some days I was just like, what is wrong with this thing? And you'd get under it and be like, no, all the bolts are there. It's just a bad car. And that's what, like, it's obviously, I've changed everything now. But yeah, you can make these patrols drive so nice. And same for the cruisers and the 5-inch 37 kits we do for them. You can make them drive so nice. Like we're going to Cobar soon for Cliffhanger, and it's from our workshop. It's about a 12-hour drive. I don't know the kilometres. And Mick's like, you just jump in my cruiser, because he's taking the truck down with the caravan and buggy on it. He's like, you can just take my cruiser and tow all the parts down. I'm like, yes, get to drive the big cruiser all that way. Like, it's so comfy. I don't have to take me dodgy Ranger. It's just getting old and I need to service it. But yeah, I was like, yes, get to drive the big cruiser down, comfy as. It's the 2.8 auto, so it's nice, cruisy, it's quiet.
Have you driven it yet?
Yeah, I love the 2.8.
Is it 37s?
Yep.
Love it. Really?
Love it. Like, honestly.
As opposed to the V8?
Yeah, so we had Mick's old one. It was V8, 8-speed, 5-inch 37 kit with big turbo, exhaust tuned, all the stuff.
Yeah.
With the 5-inch 37 2.8 auto. In the drag, we took them to, when we were lane change testing them for the...
you've put them...
We drag raced it.
Righto.
The V8 with all the fancy stuff and the 8-speed can beat it by a bonnet.
Really?
Beat it by a bonnet. And that's it. And it's like, it had all the fancy work. It had...
All the thong slapping and everything in the world.
In the drive line, like including the auto conversion, it had about 35 grand upgrades versus the stock 2.8 with the 37s. Exact same cars, what we've done, suspension-wise, tyre-wise, by a bonnet.
Really?
And it's, the 2.8s, like, yes, all the people out there that are saying, like, we don't know if they last long, we don't know if you can push power out of them and that sort of thing. 100% that's the truth. But out of the box, they are not a horrible car. It's quiet. They don't thong slap, because I'm sorry, I hate the VDJ noise. I know people love them, but I just don't like them. They sound horrible. But yeah, no, the 2.8 is fantastic.
Yeah, really.
The auto's smooth, like, because they're a 6-speed. Great.
So you pitted them side by side, and you had a bonnet length.
Yep.
If you put a 3.5 ton caravan behind both of those cars and did the same thing, how do you reckon that'd go? That'd
be where you'd probably see the V8's like torque really come into it. I definitely would. Like, I'm not denying that it would definitely beat it. I'd be interested, because our parts trailer, it'll be loaded up. We'll probably be taking 3.5 ton worth of parts, knowing Mick.
All of the parts.
Spare autos, transfer case, everything. It'll be pretty heavy. I'm definitely keen to tow with it to see what it's like. I don't know what diff gears they have in them. The V8 and the diff gears worked great, especially with that auto. Like, when Mick had the 8-speed in that cruiser, it was fantastic.
Good, yeah.
I drove it from the Lighthouse, Double Island Point, back to the last beach exit you take before you get on the barge, come back over to Noosa, in the soft sand, and like, it was nothing. Like, I was driving on the hard stuff. The auto didn't get hot, anything. Like, that car was fantastic. But yeah, the 2.8, I cannot knock them yet. I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, right.
And it's nice and quiet. Yeah, it is funny though, when you, like, sometimes when we'll be up filming at the studio and that Mick will turn up, and you forget, because it sounds like a little tiny Hilux that pulls up, but it's a big ass cruiser. So it is funny. But yeah, no, I can't knock it. Some people out there may, and some people may have had problems. I don't know everyone that owns one. I cannot knock the 2.8.
Yeah, right.
And I also find it weird that Toyota said they're stopping delivering V8s. I swear we haven't stopped getting V8s through the workshop, like brand new for SSMs yet.
Yeah, right.
Like there's so many V8s still coming in. I cannot knock the 2.8.
2.8.
Yeah, I guarantee you, even with mixed big turbo on that, if it had the manual in it, the 2.8 would have smoked it.
Really?
Yeah, smoked it, because the manuals in those cruisers are woeful.
Yeah.
I can't knock the 2.8.
Do you reckon, with the cruisers, do you reckon when they like started bringing them back out, they're just like, oh, we'll just, have you got some spare gearboxes? Oh, yeah, we've got a heap of those from that one. Oh, you got some spare diffs? Oh, yeah, there's some diffs out of that one, yeah. And they just sort of just chucked a whole heap of junk together.
100%. I'll stand by that, and that's the track correction. That is what I believe is exactly what happened.
Yeah.
They went, we've got 500 40-foot containers out the back of the shed full of those skinny rear diffs, and we've just put a big fat front end with it. Just send them. That'll do. We're not spending any more money. Like, like legit, that is what I think happened. And it's sometimes I look at the cruisers and like I think they are, for what they are and what people use them for Outback touring, work trucks and that, I think they are probably the best car on the market for it.
Yep.
But yeah, no, I definitely think Toyota, best brand new car. Best brand new car. I will never say they're better than a Patrol. A 79 is not better than a Patrol. It will never be.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, best brand spanking new car you can buy off the showroom floor. But yeah, I definitely think Toyota had a fair few shortcomings on them.
Yeah.
They're definitely a little bit shy of the dollar value they go for, I think.
Yeah. Well, I'll chuck a question out there. If Toyota released that car with the motor out of the Hilux in the early days, like if it came out with a 2.8 or a 3 litre or, whatever.
Yep.
Do you think it would have got the cult following that it has?
Not a chance.
I reckon they nailed it by putting the V8 in.
Oh, definitely.
That's the only reason that car got any status whatsoever.
100%. And you could see that, and sort of proof of this is the 200 to the 300.
Yep.
When Toyota announced they're bringing the 300 out with a V6 in it, the 200 sales skyrocketed. We could not send enough of our SSM kits out the door.
Yep.
The 200. Everyone wanted that last V8. There was like, got to have the V8, got to have the V8. Again, the 300, I don't like the 300 because it's just too much technology in it. You get in it and it's bing, bang, bing, bang when you're sitting in a car park. The 200's nowhere near as bad as that. It still has a lot of technology.
Yeah.
But yeah, the V8 compared to the V6, holy God, like people were like, I refuse to buy that.
Yeah.
And I still believe you see that as well, is the Y62.
Yep.
I went to Offroad Outlaws up at Proston, and one of the boys said to me, he's like, you notice anything in the campsite? And I was just like, he's like, go for a walk and look for Y62s and then have a look for 300s. And I was just like, there's no 300s here. They're all Y62s.
Yeah.
And I think it's purely based on the V8.
Yeah.
And what people do with those two platforms of vehicle, the Nissan's way better.
Yeah.
It sounds cooler. It's way comfier.
Yeah.
You can run your 35s factory that everyone loves to talk about. And yeah, they're a petrol V8. They sound awesome.
Yeah. Yep. Well, that's why I bought one.
Yeah.
I was like, I've got to buy one before I can't get one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So, yeah.
The Y62 is definitely a lot bigger, and I think it's purely that, is the V8 versus the V6.
Yeah.
Because the 300 still, you can do more with it suspension-wise than you can with the Y62. But yeah, no, the V8, I think, is the calling card.
Yeah, 100%. Throw a blower on there and
the
party starts.
Oh, that's exactly right. It's like your friends at GWM. Did you see the Tank 300?
Friends. Your mate.
The Tank 300 with the twin turbo 4 litre V8.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that they released, I can't remember the name of it, and I think it's pretty cool. They named it after China's premier full drive park. That is what that model of the Tank is named after. But they changed the front to solid axle.
Yep.
It looked to be a Dana 44. And then, twin turbo V8 with a hybrid. And the twin turbo V8 makes 500 horsepower and the hybrid makes 400. So it's pretty cool. And
it is.
And I thought it was a pretty cool way of how they named it after the four-wheel drive park. I thought it's pretty cool because obviously it's not something I personally would expect to see in China, a big, huge four-wheel drive park.
Yep.
But I guess us four-wheel drives are everywhere.
Yeah, absolutely. I tell you, I was talking to Michelle, I might have been Tyler, the other day about my ultimate four-wheel drive.
Yep.
So my ultimate build would be a Y62 chopped into a single cab or extra cab ute on a GU ute coily chassis.
Yeah, okay, yep.
So you got the supercharged V8, the auto that's in that car. It's amazing.
Are they 10-speed?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know. It does it a lot.
Yeah.
All I know is it sounds like a V8 petrol, and I like that. Everything, nothing else matters. But yeah, that would be my ultimate build. Like, yeah, I reckon that'd be sick.
I have thought about my ultimate build a lot, and it is so left of field for Australia, and it'd cop a lot of hate, but it's
a lot of differ.
No. It's a Jeep Wrangler.
Oh, right.
Yeah. I would. Most of the Jeep would be gone, but it'd look like a Jeep Wrangler, and that'd be my thing. I think would be Jeep with some 9-inch diffs under it.
Yep.
Probably like an M57 or something with the 8-speed because they run the same 8-speed, everything like that.
Yep.
Something that can just wheel crazy stuff and be super comfortable on the road.
Yeah.
Which someone may say, they may look at me and be like, Jeeps are never comfortable. But once you start building them to go wheeling, but yeah, it'd be a Jeep with a nice diesel in it, I think would be my ultimate little family camping rig and going forward driving.
Yeah, nice.
Just something a little bit newer. And the best thing about those Jeeps is you can get they call them a Taser. They're for sale in America. They're obviously highly illegal here, but you can virtually turn a Jeep like JL or your Gladiator or anything like we've got, plug one of those Tasers in, you can make the car not turn on. You can turn everything off. It's that just because everyone cuts them so far back of what they come out of the factory floor as, because I swear that's what Jeep know that people want to manufacture, buy these cars to wheel them.
Yep.
So they just make everything easy to cut off, everything easy to unbolt, and all the electronics, you can just turn them all off. You can turn the windscreen wipers off, the horn, just from this little aftermarket thing you just plug into the OBD2 sensor.
Yeah.
Bluetooth and just go off.
Really?
And then nothing works. It's wild, but if you did it here in Australia, you'd get into shit. Transport would be right on you.
Yeah.
But a Jeep would be my ultimate four-wheel drive.
Yep. There you go.
Yeah,
I would have thought there'd be a patrol in there somewhere. They are set up well though, the Jeeps, must admit. They're nice and light too. Yeah,
that's the thing for me is keeping it light. And the reason I would do it would be a Jeep Wrangler is it's a JL. If this is unlimited money speaking, can buy it brand new and I can do an SSM with it, so it's street legal for whatever I do.
Yep.
With a patrol, you're limited to your 4-inch lift and that sort of thing.
Yep.
Admittedly, with an SSM, like on a Jeep, I wouldn't go bigger than that. But yeah, that would be my ultimate thing is SSM. Nice. If I had, say, Adrian Portelli's money or something like that, that's how I'd do it.
Yeah, you don't even have to just whatever.
Yeah, that's exactly right. There's the card. Please build it.
Yeah. No, awesome.
But is there any more points you want to hit?
How big's that hill?
60 metres.
50 degrees.
50 degrees, 60 metres.
And it's at its steepest point, it's 50 degrees now, yeah. Yep. The holes are 900 deep, so as deep as your pockets in your shorts. Yep.
How many dollars have you had?
About 4, I think it is, in 4 years, yeah. But like, percentage-wise, it's nothing. Like the amount of cars that have hit that hill to the amount of cars that have been destroyed, the percentage would be small. You know, the percentage of making it is a lot. It's more so it'd be probably 60-40.
Yeah, okay.
60% have failed, 40% have made it.
Yep.
But it's funny because some weekends we open the hill and every car will drive it.
Yeah.
Because the conditions are just perfect.
Perfect. Yeah. Yep.
And then other weekends, like nothing will make it.
Yeah. Right.
So it's.
Does it kind of? Which gets you more hyped? Is it when you see everyone fail, do you sort of sit there and go, couldn't beat it, or do you really enjoy seeing everyone drive it?
I'm sort of in between that because. If everyone just drove it, it'd be boring, right?
Exactly.
So I love it when people have got to earn it.
Yeah,
You know, it's not just to sail up like they're, got the tyre smoke going on and the revs going, and you know they're hopping around a bit and all that sort of stuff, and they make it.
Yep.
And they might have to have 2 or 3 hits at it.
Yep.
Yeah, that's where it's at for me.
Yeah.
Because they come back and they're pumped because they've got it.
They got it. Yep.
You know, and the adrenaline levels like through the roof.
Yeah.
And the whole crowd down here just come to life when there's a bit of action.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
So
Yep.
That for me is the.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, you do see that. Like the crowd gets super hyped when people are working for it and they get the tyres heated up and that sort of thing, and get a bit of traction to get up.
Yeah, 100%.
And then there's Shannon McNabb that drives up there at 100k an hour and does it in 8 seconds. It was pretty cool to see those videos, because it was Chris Broome, I think, did it in about 9, and then Shannon did it in 8 for qualifying for Ultra 4, which is it's not even touching the hill.
No, but it sounded sick too.
Oh, man.
Like,
Both of those cars are just unreal, like extremely high-end builds.
Yeah.
We'll hopefully try and get those videos and put them into the podcast so people get to see it. But it's there's definitely been a lot of cool stuff that's happened on this hill.
Oh, absolutely, mate. And that's whoever buys the park, as we've spoken about.
Yep.
Like, you are buying an iconic part of the four-wheel drive community.
100%.
Like it's like not just any four-wheel drive park. Like this has Bureclock Hill.
Yeah. And
I don't know if I mentioned it before, but in the last 90 days. I think it was 24 or 25 million people have viewed our stuff on this hill. So
that's massive, and that shows how big you've gone. Like getting an international crowd with that as well. Like I'm sure there is in the analytics of your posts, and you'd be able to see that.
Yeah.
But there's not 25 million people on social media in Australia, because there's only 28 million of us in Australia. So there's got to be a few that don't have social media.
Yeah.
So it's definitely, obviously, there's a bigger, broader spectrum of viewers from outside of Australia as well.
Yep, 100%.
It's awesome. And I think that's one thing that I think would be awesome to see the full drive community come together and do is, once you sell, or if you sell, or whatever happens in the future, it's making sure that it doesn't just die off, making sure that everyone still comes to the park, shows respect, keeps the new owners as hyped as you are to keep everything going the way it has been.
Yeah, absolutely.
I definitely think that's something that we all should be doing in the four-wheel drive community, is making sure places like this keep getting the love that it has, and make sure that we get to keep coming and enjoying it.
Yep.
Because there's not many Bureclock Hills or places that everyone gets to do that around the world.
No, that's right, yeah.
Well, Lucas, thanks for having us out, mate. We'll get you, let you get back to running this place. But man, there's some big news been dropped there. There's a lot coming on, and that's why we chat to you guys. Make sure you jump over and like, share, comment on Team Bree Off-Road's posts. Make sure you follow the page. Follow them on all social media. YouTube channel coming, I assume.
There is, yeah.
Yeah. So make sure you're following Team Bree on to see what Lucas takes this place, of what he's built here, and takes it on the road around Australia. And by the sounds of it, he might be traveling international. But let us know in the comments as well what you want to see from us on the Superior Podcast. We'll catch up with you guys next time. Thanks for having us out, Lucas, and we will definitely see you in the future, mate.
For sure. See you soon.
And one more.
That was gold.
My fingers are frozen.
Well,
Oh yeah, I don't know how you're doing it.
Mate,
You're used to it.
I would be that nippled up. I could climb a rock wall, I reckon.
I certainly am.
What is on my shirt?
Oh,
Come.
dude, they're frozen. Like I am soft as.
I got that on tape.